What up? This is Robert Ory.
Ory, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Ory for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Ory from downtown.
Oh, yeah. It is the Big Shot Bob podcast. Look at us on a Tuesday. We're doing our job on time. What is this shit? Last week, people thought the show was gone. It was like, whatever, the show's gone. That was slowly.
Sometimes we got shit to do.
Yeah, sometimes shit gets in the way. Life gets in the way a lot, man. It's something. It's something that happens to all of us, especially with all these little side projects and shows we try to do and nonsense we put together. Man, life gets in the way sometimes.
And kids.
And kids, shit, yeah. B-Dog ain't living that life yet, but yeah, you get to every now and then. I gotta go somewhere today, and you're like, fucking, like now, like right now. All right,
like the other day, when my wife got a blowout. I'm like, yo, sorry, I gotta go take care of the blowout.
Yeah, well, there you don't have much choice about that. Much choice, unless you want to sleep downstairs in the office, which I'm sure we've all spent our share nights, you know.
Hey, you see that? It's one of those things on Instagram where like the wife gets mad at the dad and at the husband, and the husband like, you gonna send me downstairs? Okay, he's downstairs playing video games, smoking a cigar.
That's where I want to be, man. That's where I want to be. You send me to my room when I was a kid. That's where all my shit is. Go for it. Knock me out. We're sneaking up on the Summer Olympics. It's coming up. I think the opening ceremonies are this week, end of this week, Thursday and Friday. So we get this thing this week about LeBron. And I do want to talk not much about Team USA, but just a little, because they barely escaped by the skin of their teeth against South Sudan. Holy shit!
Oh, don't forget against.
And then Germany. They didn't run Germany out the building either.
Mm-hmm.
But LeBron got a cool honor. He gets to be the first basketball player in history to carry the flag out for the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. I thought that was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. It was his fourth Olympics.
Is it his? No, it can't be.
It's his fourth. Because he got gold, bronze.
It probably is. You're right.
So 8, 12, 16, and 20.
Yeah. Wow. So
he's the old head. He should carry the flag out.
But I'll tell you what, that's something else I want to talk about. For being the old head on the team, I think what we've seen early on from Team USA, LeBron James is like far and away the best player on the floor. Like, it's wild to me that, you know, a hair shy of 40, 21 seasons in the league, and every game he's bailing them out. Every game he's the one that's got the big moment, the big play. Him and Steph have stood out the most for me.
And AD has had his spot.
Very well. Yeah. And AD's played very well.
AD's by far the best defensive player on that team. You know, him.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Yeah. So the crazy part is the two best players on that team
are the Lakers.
Like, what the hell? That means the Lakers supporting Cass. Cass got to step up.
That's the next point. So I think it was Austin Rivers or somebody was online this week going, how is everybody saying the Lakers don't have a shit of a chance this year when the two best players on America's super team are Los Angeles
Do you
Lakers?
want to know why? Because this is what boils my blood. Literally what tips it over is because we're saying this because the way that we know what these two can do. And we know what they look like paired to the other best around the NBA. Cool. But when they go with their own teammates, that's why they're not a team that's a competitive team or they're a team that's going to be there in the end. You know why? Because when they all get together, they look like they ain't never seen a basketball that's orange with laces on it before, and they act like they don't know it's supposed to go through a hoop with a net.
Hey, this ain't 1920s. Ain't no laces on a basketball.
I mean, you know what I meant? The little markings, the lines. Yeah. You know what I meant.
That was just funny, though. Yeah.
You know what I mean. Yeah, and they shoot the ball through a wicker basket.
Yeah.
Shout out to Naismith.
Dr. James Naismith.
But real talk, though.
Naismith.
That's the reason why. Because when they go back to their respective teams and they put on the purple and gold, that team acts like they don't know what the heck is going on. They go through these laws where it's like, bro, what is going? Even AD, we've talked about it. Like, bro, what's going on?
Hey, I'm gonna say this, and you don't believe me. It's the supporting cast who don't know their pecking order, and I'm gonna keep saying that, and you don't understand that. I'm telling you, if you understand your role and don't try to say, okay, my role is A, B, not A, B, C, and D, and you do A and B, and let other person do C and D.
Yeah.
you be successful. But that team doesn't allow that to happen. They all want to be fucking superstars. And like my high school coach used to say, get your name in the paper.
Yeah.
Nobody don't give a shit if you get your name in the paper with an L upside your head. You want to get a dub. And who cares if you score 5 points or 25 points? It's about getting the dub.
Yeah, and we had the whole kitchen analogy and chefs being in the kitchen and whoop-de-whoop locking folks out. I still believe that Anthony Davis, a guy that's on the outside sometimes looking in, kick the door down. LeBron James needs you to kick the door. Matter of fact, he's been giving you. He want to give you the keys.
No, he doesn't. No. LeBron ain't giving nobody the keys yet because he still got it. And for me, it's
well, he's showing you that, by the way, in the Olympics.
It's got to be LeBron's part where he tells those other mofos, "Yo, it ain't your turn. Give it to AD." And that's what LeBron has. Ain't anybody telling AD that, because if he tells everybody else to do it, then AD is going to do it. AD is a system guy. He say, "Okay, is this what we running? We're going to run it." And everybody gets mad at him because he's doing that, but he's doing what he's told to do. Now, if LeBron says, "No, AD, get your big ass in the block," because think about it, when LeBron was out, everybody was like, "AD, get your big ass in the block. We're going to go to you." But when LeBron comes back, LeBron gets his, and LeBron doesn't tell those other mofos to do what you need to do. And that's what it boils down to, because everybody has to be instructed to do it, because you got to think about it. These guys nowadays, they don't understand basketball. They don't go to college. They go 1 year a college where they're not really coached. They just fuck it, just roll the ball out there and let do the hell they do, because they're so talented. Now when you get to a system where you have to be instructed to do what you're supposed to do, they don't know what to fucking do. They're not smart players. IQ is not there. The talent is, but the IQ is not there.
Yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying. I guess I want something for AD that I don't know if he wants it for himself or not. I want him to be the type of I understand that LeBron still has it, and Bron ain't got nothing to prove. Bron is all world greatest, whatever, in Olympian, everything that any basketball player can accomplish. He's accomplished it plus 3-4 times over. So he has nothing to prove. But I know that he still has it. But you go and get a guy like, when you went to go get AD, you went there for him not to be there just with LeBron, but to be there to move this Laker organization into the future after LeBron. And so at some point in time, even if it's certain games here and there, because we want AD to be consistent, there are times where I want AD to say, "Hey, give me the damn ball and move." Yeah.
True.
Give me the damn ball and move. Even sometimes, even if you don't say that way to LeBron, I'm pretty sure even LeBron still has it. We know he still has it. But there are times he want to see AD. Hey, y'all better get that ball to AD. Y'all heard what is?
No. But here's the thing: it's a bit different than saying that. But he doesn't do that. He gets the ball to D'Lo more than he gets the ball. If D'Lo gets hot, look at how LeBron goes out of his way to get the ball to D'Lo.
Yeah.
And so that's my whole point right there. It's like, threes are so sexy. Everybody, let me shoot three. Hey, getting buckets is sexy to me. If AD fucking cooking someone in the post,
yes,
give it to him.
And hopefully,
but I understand what you're saying. I say it's 80-20. 20% is AD.
Yeah.
Where he had to be like that dog down there that says, "Fuck this play." Because every great big has broken plays. I got the advantage. Give me. And so I get what you're saying. It's part AD too, but I say 80% is the rest of the mofos on that team.
I want Team USA and what's going on in the Olympics, depending on how AD, if he continues this play going into actual game play. Olympic play.
Yeah.
I want the Olympics to be to AD what FIBA was to Ant-Man. And how Ant-Man was able to take his game to the next level. Yeah. And I know AD is older, he's 30, but I want him to go into this season.
So funny, he said older. 30.
Well, compared to 22,
I threw my back out coughing the other day, but AD's old. Yeah.
Well, think about it. Well, we've always talked about the body of an old person. I told you to wrap him up. The Lakers need a bubble wrap sponsor. But I want the Olympics to kind of be for him what FIBA was to Anthony Edwards. So he comes into this season like, nah, team. I took it to the next level with Team USA, and I'm carrying it over into the regular season for the 24-25 season. That's what I want to see.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate to both of you guys in the sense that Is it easy for AD and LeBron to look like AD and LeBron when you're surrounded by the best players on the planet?
That's another
You know what
thing.
I'm saying? Like, and to Rob's point, it's the rest of the mofos around him. Because it's like when you got Steph Curry running the floor with you, and you got Embiid down low, and you got Tatum on the wing. It's not hard to look incredible, but they've both managed to do it. They've both managed to outshine a lot of the other guys on the floor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
Nobody's leaving
amazing.
Steph.
It's amazing
Nobody's
how
leaving
good you
Tatum.
look. Yep, it's amazing how good you look when you got the best players in the world around you. It really
Yeah.
is. But
But Rob, I will say this, and we found a way to turn the Olympics into a Laker topic.
we find everything turns into a Laker topic on the show.
But you even see it, and we knew that LeBron was the alpha dog. Once he's committed to the Olympics, you kind of already put him in that place because he's LeBron James. But when you're watching it, even at the end of the game, after the game is over, he's the guy that rallies the troops. There was a little point in time where during one of the exhibition games, obviously, KD's been out. He told KD, hey, go put up a shot. KD went to go put up a shot, came back. Ant-Man was running around, and he was like, Ant, come here. Oh, my bad. I'm like the way he gathers everybody. You like, these guys are supremely talented, and they're the alpha dogs on their own respective teams. But when they get around,
LeBron got kids older than Ant-Man.
but what I'm saying is, it's amazing because even with him about to be 40,
LeBron got kids in the league older than Ant-Man.
right? But even with him about to be 40, and these guys on other teams being the dogs on their respective teams, just the way that he kind of galvanizes everybody, and they kind of, it's like moths attracted to a light. They know that's the leader, without a
LeBron
question.
James.
No, I get it, but it's these guys like Tatum just won a title. Like these,
all right, we go back to the original Dream Team.
you're right.
Even though Magic and Bird was
It's
the
Michael's
shit, who
team.
did they
Oh,
defer
it's
to?
Michael.
Oh, absolutely.
There's all that goes back to what I'm saying. A pecking order.
Yes.
Right. It's like supreme respect.
Absolutely.
They're just like,
elite
okay,
players
follow
know
his lead.
their-
Yeah.
All these guys, think about all these guys outside LeBron, and most of them are like, they understand back. Even though they didn't, most of these guys probably didn't go to college for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
They understand. They're in the elite level, so they understand basketball. They understand the pecking order.
Right.
And the only one that really doesn't understand it sometimes is Embiid. Embiid's kind of floating out there. He's like, okay, take a shot here, and it's like, and but everybody else understands, like, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, like I talked about last week with Tatum making his move, and you had the best shooter ever standing wide open to your left, and he doesn't kick it to him. He go ahead and he throws up a bullshit shot because
Did Kerr
that's what
bench
he
him after that too?
Yeah,
Kerr sucked
exactly.
him out. Like the next play, Kerr's like, bench.
Yeah, and see, that's what you got to understand. It's a pecking order.
Yeah, it really is. And even in that pecking order where AD falls, knowing what his skill set is on both sides of the floor, like guys even, kind of like, hey, that's AD, and we know his skill set, and we know that we need his full skill set if we're going to be what we need to be. And that's how you just kind of, it ain't a lot of 6'10", 6'11" guys that play like AD. And you need him to do what he does in order for Team USA to be dominant.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how it shakes out.
So how long before they get rid of those other two dudes? I don't even know who they are that come out there and play.
You talking about Derek
Are
White?
they on the team forever? No, not Derek White. Those other two dudes. The white kid that can shoot and the black point guard. I don't know. They got like guys that come off the bench like in scrub time. They're still on the bench. So I'm like, every time you show them, like, who the hell is that? How did he get on the team?
I got to go back and
idea.
look.
Yeah. Is this like when they do, like, they bring in like one or two college kids or some shit that aren't in the league
I don't even
yet
think
or
they're
something?
college kids. I don't know who they are. So yeah.
I haven't seen that or paid attention to that. But
Yeah.
we'll look it
Well,
up.
they
We'll
haven't
figure it
blown
out.
anybody out since, like 3 games ago. So
that's part of it.
You haven't really seen them.
You got your starting five in the closing minutes to try and shut down South Sudan. Like, oh, God bless.
They play it well.
Yeah,
Hey,
Gabriel,
Gabriel,
throw them
Gabriel,
some
like,
credit.
I'm gonna show y'all why I'm supposed to be in the league.
Yeah, they played real well.
Yeah.
We had a couple of moves around the NBA this week, and Hart. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit because Hart mentioned it. We talked about Evan Mobley last week, and here he is. He got his huge rookie extension. Cavs got him locked up 5 years, $224 million maximum contract rookie deal. It could go up to 269. He averaged 16 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks in 12 playoff games last year.
For him to be at the end of this contract, he'll be 28, and if he continues to transcend and move upwards, he's gonna get another big payday.
Yeah, I really like his game, but I don't like his game with Spider. And I mentioned that again. I just think he
Well,
has to
it
be
looks like the
somewhere.
two of them are there now.
They there for a while, and I think Spider is going to have to understand, like, yo, I have someone else on my team that can dominate and just share the basketball, because that to me, that's what hurts whatever team is Spider on, because sometimes he doesn't understand that he can sometimes take a back seat.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to come down to, are they going to be responsive to coaching? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to listen to guys when they're like, you got to move that ball a little more? I don't know. I mean, guys like you got to imagine Donovan Mitchell signs a deal like that because he's a ball dominant personality. And he's going to want the basketball in his hand all the time to show that he's worth all the money that he got paid. So he's going to have to learn. We'll see if it moves. But
I'll tell you this: when it comes to just now in the future, when it comes to, I know the Cavs are kind of like under the radar, but when it comes to rim protection between Evan Mobley and Jared Allen,
yeah,
boy, like you're
they got
talking
a good
about
team.
Yeah, and they can really run the floor. They can run. Like their big man ain't dragging around and you got to wait for them. You on one half the floor and they still on the other half and you got to wait for them. No, they can move.
Yeah,
they're not deficient in talent, but they've got to figure some things out.
Yeah, they got a really good crew. I don't know who they starting three is, but that is a position that they, even as much as people hate Tobias Harris, like I see Tobias Harris on that team, he could be that fit where he ain't a guy who's gonna say I need this, I need that. He kind of fills that role. Yeah. But I'm not saying someone similar to Tobias Harris' skill set, so they can have that. They can be pretty decent.
We also have Russell Westbrook on the move.
Again?
Jokic asked for this.
Yeah.
He wanted this.
Clippers traded him to the Jazz. Jazz waived him. They got a buyout on his contract. Denver picked him up. So I would imagine you'd see Westbrook coming off the bench in Denver, right?
Yeah.
More than likely.
Yeah. Or you can see him starting. Think about it. You can get Murray off that ball to help him sometimes. It's weird though. Is even though we don't look at it like this, Jokic kind of plays fast. He kind of plays up tempo when he needs to. So it's going to be a really interesting situation there. But I still think they had to replace the KCP defense with something. And Westbrook is one of those guys that doesn't get enough credit. He will D up every once in a while. Yeah,
it's deceptively fast the way Jokic plays. Like on TV, it looks one way, but I'm pretty sure them guys on the floor with him, it's like, nah, he be moving. Like, but I think having another guy, Russ is now, he's been in this part of this career for a while where he's another guy now.
Yeah.
And he wants to be in the best position to win a title. He thought that was going to be that way in LA. In both places.
Both LAs.
Both LAs, and it didn't work. Denver is probably his best shot. It might be one of his last shots to at least try to compete, because he hasn't been to the final since he was in OKC. And this is one of his last shots to compete for a ring. He's in the right spot.
Yeah, but Denver's like, they keep losing and not replacing and thinking that they can just ride Jokic and Murray to that championship. But dude, you got to have others, man. People don't appreciate what the little things people do until they're gone. I'm like, you're gonna really miss KCP. Yeah, really miss it.
That shooting, man.
See how it comes together. See how it comes together for him in Denver. We had a couple other weird stories this week. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here, too, to Bombers. Did you see the Halo scoreboard?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Holy cow, that thing's incredible. Dude, that's awesome. Now, I think arguably the coolest thing he's done, though, is he built T-shirt cannons into the top of the board.
I did hear about that, yeah.
So it could shoot T-shirts into the upper deck. Because there's nothing worse than the T-shirt cannon that only goes to the lower bowl. And if you bought the nosebleeds, man, you ain't got a shot. Well, dude put T-shirt cannons in the top of the Halo board, so they fire out like freaking war cannons on the upper bowl. It's great.
In a couple of years, the Lakers be like, we moving to we're going back to Inglewood.
Can we just move our banners? Just move our banners over?
Hey, I gotta give I gotta give it up to Steve Ballmer. The man understands business.
Oh,
yeah.
And he understands what he needs to do because with Paul George gone and Kawhi gone, you already pencil him in missing 30 games.
He already missed the Olympics.
I was going to say, he's already scratched. What are you talking about?
Like, bro, why are you here? Why? Like, go home. Be with your family. Heal. Rest.
Right now.
That's the same thing. But, Curry said that about, Durant. Oh, we keeping him.
Like, dog.
Yeah.
It's a perfect year to move into the Intuit Dome because
Well,
you're gonna
it's
need a
something-
lot of things around in
It's
order.
something, right? It brings people in. I want to see the new arena. You're going to have 2 seasons at least of people that want to come see the Clippers because of the arena. And it sucks
Exactly.
because it's going to give him 2 years to really take in whatever you can from what you make off that place and turn it into payroll to get another star, because we already talked about the fact that Kawhi Leonard has,
But, you know, if you
has
really
already
think about
missed
it-
8 games this season. It's like it's guaranteed.
It's kind of cool because you got the new. Think about it, the new deal is coming in too, so you know payroll is gonna go up.
Yep.
So new
Yeah.
TV deal. So now he's like sitting back in the perfect position. I don't know who's gonna be available, but you know, there's certain owners in this league you would want to align yourself with. Ballmer, Cuban, and you know those, and you know, and of course, and Tillman. Those 3 guys who they got their hands in so much things and they're still active. Not these league owners that just sit like, oh,
Right.
this is my team. This is what I do.
Right.
I don't do anything else. But
They're
those
an
guys
empty
right there.
chair at a board meeting. That's all those guys are.
Yeah, this is the Kawhi and Terrence Mann team now. Terrence Mann was sitting in the chair when Ballmer introduced the whole screen. That was Terrence Mann who was there. Like, I don't know if he was just there, you know, making an appearance.
I
And they
imagine.
introduced, I remember seeing the video clip and they introduced like the screen and how massive it was. And they had Terrence Mann on the screen being featured. But that's whose team it is. Is it Kawhi and Terrence Mann?
Here's the thing. You got to understand, like, there's always, we talk about pecking order. You know,
I know where you're going. Yeah.
Kawhi ain't doing that shit. You know, Harden ain't doing that shit. So you go, who's going to do it?
Text
Oh,
came into
Terrence
Ty.
Mann.
I'm telling Tyler, so I'll do
Tyler's
it. So
phone went,
don't say-
"Who's
don't say it's
available?
Terrence Mann's team.
Who's
Now, you just
available?
have
And they
to-
went,
in
probably
town.
Terrence.
Terrence Mann.
It ain't his team. He just happened to be in town.
No, when I say, well, because he's always been, he's that young emerging piece that they really love. I'm not saying it's his team because I know James Harden's still there, but James Harden ain't facing nobody.
No.
As far as him taking his game to the next level and what he could be and what the fans expect him to be, because he gonna be the one. He's the guy that, like I said, Kawhi gonna miss 30 games. So whether it's the James Harden and Terrence Mann show or Kawhi Leonard and Terrence Mann show, Terrence Mann the constant in all of this.
Ooh, honey, get the kids. Terrence Mann's in town. We're going to the game. Sorry.
I'm just saying.
Just saying. All right. Oh, and by the way, 3 times as
First of
many.
all, hey, Zubac is somewhere sitting down and said, motherfucker, this is my team before Terrence Mann's team.
Man, ain't nobody running to no Clipper game to see Zubac.
Ain't nobody running the Clipper game to see
Terrence
Terrence Mann.
Count how many Terrence Mann jerseys are at the
Let
next
me ask you this
Clippers
question.
home
Who would
game.
you-
What?
Who would you take first, Terrence Mann or Norman Powell? And Norman Powell comes before Terrence Mann.
Is he over there?
Yes.
I forgot about him.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I don't know.
But,
I don't know
but
about
the
that
scoreboard
one.
shoots T-shirts, so we're all right. We're okay.
I don't know about that one, brother.
Yeah.
I take Norman Powell before Terrence Mann any day.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, there's 3 times as many bathrooms than any other NBA arena, which is very smart. And seats all have chargers built in at the new Intuit Dome. Again,
right. Be
very
smart,
smart.
man.
Very
Hey,
smart.
how about this? How about this? This mug boy, whoever has the you know, what was it? Was it California Power Electric? Love that fucking building when they go
God.
online.
Yeah,
boy.
they're gonna love it till it starts fucking browning out everywhere in California. You can't keep the power on. It's like, well, you can't charge your car because there's a Clippers game tonight. Like, what?
Hey, man. Hey, look. It's high just like
Oh.
everything else in Cali.
That's something you didn't mention. Like the parking, like 4 floors are all charging stations for the cars.
Oh, it has to be, right, though?
Yeah, it's like
I mean,
it's
with all the
bananas
laws
over
in
there.
your fucking
Yeah.
crazy state about you got to own electric cars, you can't do this, you can only charge them at 3 o'clock in the morning for 45 minutes, whatever stupid laws there are. Yeah, you got to have chargers throughout the whole parking deck.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here in the great state of Georgia, in the South, there's like one charger in every deck. Every parking deck here at the Braves team, there's like one charger. That's it.
And I guarantee you half of them don't work.
And that's exactly right. The one on the first floor don't work for shit. Just sitting there with a bag over it, like when the freaking thing at the gas station's broken, they just put a bag over it. Yeah, it's the one downstairs.
That's what it is.
All right. I wanted to mention this just because I thought the story was bananas. New Jersey wants to buy the Sixers. The state that for 25 years turned their back on the Nets and didn't give them anything worth half a shit. This is this quote: "The state of New Jersey is making a serious push to convince the Philadelphia 76ers to move to New Jersey in a new arena that will be built in Camden." Well, now nothing fucking screams sexy like Camden, New Jersey. The sources indicate the talks have picked up recently, in part because of the HBSE's efforts to build a new arena in Center City, Philadelphia, have hit repeated roadblocks, I should say, despite the fact that the owners have indicated that they would self-finance the $1.3 billion project. So basically, this is New Jersey going, oh, well, Philly's giving you shit. They don't want to put up your new arena?
Yeah, move down the street.
Come on down across the bridge.
Yeah.
We'll hook you up over here in Camden. You'd be the New Jersey Sixers. It never happens. But
I don't think so.
Hey, Boston's for sale.
oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. If you got a couple trill laying around, yeah, Boston's for sale.
Oh, no. I'm going to put it to you like this. Let them try to move the Celtics up out of Boston. It's going to be more than tea in that water.
Dude, are you kidding me? Oh, my God.
It's going to be blood in that water. Ain't going to be tea.
God.
It's going to be blood. They will fight. They will fight any and everybody to keep the Celtics in Boston. You're going to have the National Guard out there, and the Boston citizens are probably still fighting to tooth and nail.
Yeah. The Secret Service will do a better job protecting the Boston Celtics than they did President Trump. Okay, that's all I'm saying. They're not letting Boston leave the Celtics leave Boston ever. And I don't foresee any situation that the Philadelphia 76ers leave Philadelphia. I mean, there's way too much built-in heritage there. There's a rabid fan base for that team.
Yeah,
no way. I mean, like, if you want to go ahead,
that was like one of the original teams,
right? I mean, they've been there forever. There's no way. They're too entrenched. It'll never happen. But good for you, New Jersey.
Dr. J would scrap up some money and buy the team and keep them there.
And how often are owners willing to foot the whole bill for the stadium?
Yeah,
usually the property tax, they use hotel taxes, and taxes go up in the city, and that pays for it. But the ownership said, we'll foot the bill for it. We just want a new arena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think Philly gives in at some point in time because they realize hey, y'all want to foot the bill? Okay, cool. Yeah. Whatever.
Of course they do.
Does Philly have the room? Is it like,
they'll make the room.
Think about it. The Knicks would never get a new arena.
Well, that's different, though. Yeah, I mean, like there's areas. I mean, but like we saw it here in Atlanta with the Braves. Mm-hmm. They found a corner of the city up in the northwest corner that worked for the new stadium, bought the land, built the whole thing here.
Yeah.
And Atlanta did the same thing. Atlanta bluffed the shit out of the Braves. Atlanta bluffed the shit out of the Braves for years. There's nowhere you could put an arena. There's nowhere you could put a new stadium.
Right.
You're stuck here forever. You got to pay the city. Well, guess what the Braves did? They found a spot. They found one.
And
in Philly,
you'll
a whole
new city.
Damn straight. And Philly will, if they're forced to, they will find a new spot to be.
Yeah.
If they have to be on the outskirts, so
hey, as long as they don't do it like when Cleveland had that freaking arena way out in the middle of fucking nowhere, man. That was like a little spaceship sitting in the middle of the woods. Like the first arena before this arena. It was
the
like
old
crazy.
one?
I'm like, what the fuck? Where we going, man?
I had no idea it was that far out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but again, you go where the land is, though. If that's where you can get the property, then that's where we're going to build the freaking arena. Deal with it.
That's why Team USA is building their headquarters down there where I live, because that's where the land is.
Yep.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've seen it here, and we've seen it in a lot of other cities too. A couple things. We do have I have amazing audio of the week to get to from Lane Kiffin. It's not on our show sheet, but I got to play it. We're also going to play Black Crime or White Crime. I've had more people in the last 3 weeks go, hey, bring a black crime, white crime back. All right, it's back.
Boy, let me tell you, with the amount of people that love it, this thing need to be sponsored.
No joke, man. Paging Gentry Thomas.
Supply and demand, buddy. Yeah. Supply and demand.
We got sponsors on deck here, bud. All right, EA College Football. Have you played EA College Football 25?
I haven't yet.
Anybody?
I haven't yet.
I haven't
played it since it stopped. That's the last time I played.
Here's what's
30
nuts
years ago.
to me. Yeah, and here's what's nuts to me about it. Not only the game looks incredible, by the way, the graphics look amazing, play calling looks great. 2.2 million unique players paid an extra $100 to be able to play it 3 days early.
They've been waiting for it, man.
$100, 2 million people did it. That's $200 million for the Alabama grads on the show.
Let me just say this, man. My son was like, Dad, can I get up? Oh, you better wait a couple of days. What's wrong with you?
Come on, Daddy's gonna save $40. You could pay 60 for it on Saturday like everybody else.
What the hell? But no, I had to create my player first before everybody do this and this.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I'll say
I said,
this.
use your own money, but not mine.
For all of the ladies who listen to this show, all 2 of you.
I was gonna say both of them. Yeah.
These are the very few times over so many years where you're able to get brownie points with your man. He don't ask for much, just for when a Madden comes out, or it's been a long time since they've had NCAA.
Yep.
And men around the world, cultured men, have been waiting on this game to grace our presence. And it has. And it is up to
I
you
feel like
all.
I need to give you like gospel piano.
It is up to you all. The kind, the sweet, the complex
Bring it on home.
creatures that you are, the intelligent creatures that you are. Help your man out. He just wants to enjoy playing with his favorite team. He just wants to create a player and go through, a couple of years of college and get drafted. He just wants to get his guy a couple of dollars so he can get his family to come see him at a game. Maybe he wants to buy a Benz. Maybe he wants to buy a Tesla truck. Maybe he wants to buy his folks a house. He wants to do that he wants his created player to do that in a virtual world, since he may not be able to do it in real life.
Come on now.
Help a brother out. That's all we ask. It only comes around so often. Do us a solid and take care of the men, your men, all around the world. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. God bless us, everyone. It is the return of college football.
There we go.
I don't know, maybe it's just me. I never played I was like not a Madden guy. I don't play the show. I never played any of like the sports games for video.
No 2K?
No, never, man. Never.
2K?
Madden was my game in NCAA.
Madden was my game. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was the Nintendo generation. So I was like, I played more GoldenEye, 4-player James Bond GoldenEye on the N64. I mean, that was like, you got out of class in college, you went to the room, and everybody just fired up N64. You played GoldenEye for like 5 hours.
See, if it was no Madden, it'd be no relationship probably between me and Dabo,
Oh,
So,
really?
Thank you. Yeah, that's how me and Dabo bonded. We played Madden a lot against each other.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never picked Dabo to be a video game guy.
Oh, no, I can see
this
it.
is college.
Yeah, if you're in
This is
college,
88
man,
and
yeah.
Madden came out,
Still.
Yeah.
But okay, so who did he whoop your ass a lot?
No. You know who used to kill it? It was his roommate, Hollinsworth, who was a quarterback for Alabama at one point. But if you win, you get home field advantage. You had to play in their room. Like he would have to come down to my room. I lost one time and had to play down in his room. And then Hollinsworth came in and just beat the brakes off me constantly. I'm like, fuck this, I ain't coming back.
You think
And that was the end of the friendship.
Over. It's like,
you think Dabo would play much of college football 25?
I guarantee you, he probably if he's on that Alabama squad, everybody wants to go and say, "Oh, if I'm a character in this game, that's the team I want to play with." See how I worded that? I wasn't gonna say what I said last time.
I don't think he's gonna play much of it. I know why.
Yeah, he too busy.
No, transfer portal.
No, he
He don't like transfer portal.
ain't paying attention to transfer portal. What are you talking about?
No, and he don't like NIL. What you mean I gotta pay you to come? Nope, I don't want you.
No, cut. Cut. Yeah. I would imagine he's too busy. But it did make
They did show LeBron playing with Ohio State the other day, and I'm like, let me bring out this tie, get my skills set up, and then I'm gonna say, hey, challenge.
Good. I'm excited for this. I do want to see Robert Horry versus LeBron on EA College 25.
Yeah, maybe we'll get him on the show by then.
Alabama versus Ohio State.
Go, man! I want to see it. Speaking of Alabama, that we have a little bit of an honor here. The field at Alabama's Bryant-Denny Stadium is now called Nick Saban Field. I figured that's the
obvious.
They were absolutely going to do that. So now you will play at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Well deserved. I mean, I understand.
Yes, yeah.
The other.
It's It's so weird that we've been trying for like maybe 15 years to try to get the floor at Alabama at the Coleman Coliseum named after Wimp, and they haven't budged with 1 minute. I said, you motherfuckers ain't winning, but now they winning, so it's gonna be really hard to get it named after Wimp because like Wimp, you got to think about all the pros he put into the NBA.
Where was his highest finish? Was it a Final Four, Wimp?
No, Elite. It was
Elite Eight. He never got to a Final Four.
No, Elite Eight either.
Oh, so he never got past Sweet 16.
He only got as far as I took him, man. I only took him to Sweet 16.
Listen to you. He only went as far as I took him. You know.
Are you in what's you and Alabama's really? Are y'all in good standing? Are y'all good or where y'all at?
Okay. Yeah, all right.
We're in some middle ground.
We in some negotiations right now about some things, and that I'm pissed off about. But you know,
good.
Well, since y'all are in negotiations and those things have not been finalized, let me insert maybe a Roll Tide football ticket here too. Spread them out over a couple of years. Maybe we all get together and go to a game, go out to Bryant Denny.
We can do that because they still trying to keep me in their good graces. So but. Because it's just, I'll tell y'all off the show what's happening. But
Tuscaloosa ain't that far a drive from Atlanta, man.
I'm sure late.
It's what, a 2.5 hour drive now?
It's like 3 hours, 3.5, something like that. But
still, go to a Bama game?
Slow.
Come on, man. We gone.
Forget it.
But yeah, you better not leave on the day of though.
Oh no. Well, if we do, we gotta leave early. Yeah.
Forget it.
You hear Birmingham trying to get into Tuscaloosa?
Yeah.
Shut that shit down.
Yeah.
One road in, one road out.
Yep.
All right. Well, speaking of other people who were on shaky ground with Alabama, Lane Kiffin was on Paul Feinbaum during SEC Media Days. I feel like this is good-natured ribbing between them. But I love when Lane Kiffin just uncorks on somebody, and he uncorked on Paul Feinbaum here.
I was going through a deep depression over this incorrect guilt that you tried to lay on me, which preceded that move. Had something to do with Southern California.
Oh, yeah. When you got me fired at USC, I got myself fired at USC, but you didn't help.
It's a better story if I got you fired.
You really did. Because it is a true story that the athletic director and the president were on that trip. We were playing that night, and you were on College Game Day, and you had to make your big splash, and they were watching it, because I know the other person in the room that was watching it with them, and you said what a joke I was, and I'm the Miley Cyrus of college football coaching, and I should be fired, and they looked at each other, and later that night I was fired.
Yeah, by the way.
But hey, look what happened. I would have never got to work for Coach Saban. All these other things wouldn't happen. So I appreciate you for helping getting me fired. Thank you.
Look at what you're doing today. You're predicted to go to the playoffs. And look at Miley Cyrus. She's had a nice comeback.
So
too.
you're wrong on that. I mean, you putting me down with that. So really, I don't really know what you're good at. Like you predicted that Coach Saban was done. That didn't happen. You basically said Miley Cyrus stinks, and she's still going.
Yeah,
I love that so much. Love that so much because I love that even though there's probably good-natured ribbing between them, there are a few people in the world that could sit and look someone like Paul Feinbaum flat in the eyes and go,
I don't really know what you're good at.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin is a boy. He's gonna miss Nick Saban. Because he'd like to troll Nick Saban, too.
Oh, constantly.
He love trolling Nick Saban. He going to miss Saban.
Constantly.
Yeah.
All right, audio of the week.
I always told you, I love, and he's doing well as a head coach, so I kind of have to bring my words back a little bit. But I always loved Lane Kiffin as an offensive coordinator. I said as a head coach, hey, that's your problem. But as a coordinator, I love him. But now he's playing as a head coach. He's doing well with Ole Miss. They're predicted to be a playoff team, so we'll see.
I will always appreciate Lane Kiffin for taking the job at FAU, a school that I went to that didn't even have a football program, and nobody gives even like a quarter of a shit about. And Lane Kiffin's like, let's roll.
Yeah.
Hey, he was there for, 2 years? 2.5 years ago it was? Yeah.
Lane Kiffin
they had some good years, though.
No, they did. Yeah, they played well under him. They did. They had a couple 9-10 win seasons under Lane. So, no, it was, they did all right for the little school that I went to. Who we're going to talk about, by the way, in the shoot-around this week as well, because they're offering NILs and scholarships to people that are way too young.
Did you hear Paul Feinbaum's latest prediction?
No, what's his latest?
So with SC moving to the Big Ten, he thinks Lincoln Riley is in trouble. He said it's not going to get any easier. He said I think USC is in trouble. He says I think the only man that can save USC and get them to the next level is Deion Sanders. He said he thinks USC should fire Lincoln Riley in the next season or two and hire Deion Sanders.
Hold on a minute. There's so many things that are wrong with this.
That's what he said recently. He said it about a day ago,
So
yesterday.
many things wrong with this. Deion Sanders is a 4-8 head coach in Colorado.
Yeah, but they think because of his star power
I
and,
don't
and the
give a shit.
resources at
He won
USC
4
that he can
games.
recruit better.
He won 4 games. Lincoln Riley at least deserves 1 season without Caleb Williams to see how he does at USC. Give that man a season to say, okay, you lost your big superstar. Let's see how you recover. If he turns the program back, cool.
The USC, you love them, but you know what's going to kill them? Travel. The travel's going to kill them now. They got to travel cross country.
Yeah,
Everybody think it's a 2-hour flight. It's a fucking 6-hour flight.
Well, but
man.
like that's Cal too. Cal's in the ACC now.
Yeah,
They got to
Cal,
travel
honestly,
freaking. They got to go to Miami. They got to come to Georgia.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
If NCAA cared about these student athletes, they would have did something where they wouldn't allow it. I know money plays a big role and a huge role and a ginormous role, but they have to say, yo, this is not good for the student athlete.
Oh no.
Why are you not in the NFL where you're getting paid millions? You're getting paid, some of y'all, maybe 1 or 2 of your team getting $1 million, but it's going to kill the athletes from doing all that fucking travel.
You still think? Oh, I see. You still think the NCAA cares about the athlete? Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's right.
I know this shows you that they really
National
don't care.
Collegiate Athletic
Oh
Association.
no,
don't
they
give a
showed me
shit,
that
you know.
years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
This ain't nothing.
not at all. Here's what I think too. You people miss in this whole thing. It isn't even really about football because you're talking about what 12 games, 13 games over the course of a season. Think about softball. And
Basketball.
lacrosse and field hockey. You
Non-revenue-
have to get these people across the country to play field hockey in Miami.
Gas up the bus.
What the shit? You're not flying. Yeah, you don't get the charter. You don't get the charter.
Hey, they on Soul Plane.
Hey,
Yeah, if you're lucky.
most of these kids gonna be in classroom remote. They've been gone 2 weeks because they got to go across the
Yeah.
country.
Because I'm in the ACC now, and I got a lacrosse game in Syracuse, and I'm in fucking California. What are you talking about?
They sitting up there. Hey, why you got all those vans behind you? I'm sorry, we're doing class from Napa Valley.
Yeah, we're in the middle of God's nowhere.
Right. That's why conferences like the SEC is going to dominate because think about it, they all right there. It's like the most you got to travel is maybe from Texas A&M
now
to
it's
fucking
Texas.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't that. It's like a 2, maybe 3 hour flight. If
Missouri,
that, and-
maybe. I mean, you got a few that are kind of on the outskirts, but it's the Southeastern Conference.
But that's what happens when the Pac-12 dismantles. Guys
Absolutely
got to go.
correct.
Like Stanford, you're not going to leave Stanford out there. So Stanford is a respected program academically. ACC, Georgia Tech is going to have to go to Stanford.
yes,
Yep.
to play field hockey or tennis or some shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's lost. If football is fine, football has money. Football makes money.
Yeah.
All that other shit doesn't. But now it crosses all bounds.
Well,
It's just nuts
it's-
to me.
hey, the scenery is nice in the Bay Area. So
Hey,
whenever that bus gets there, you'll enjoy it.
Let's try to fuel it up before we hit California. That's all, okay? Let's just try to fuel up before we cross into the California state line.
The golf team are like, well, fuck, I left my clubs. Damn it, that's a fucking 5.
A 27-hour drive back to, yeah, good luck to you. All right, let's do Big Shot of the Week, then we're going to play Black Crime or White Crime. Big Shot of the Week is going to go to New York's iconic Serendipity 3 restaurant on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Here's why. This past Sunday was National Ice Cream Day.
Dang, I missed it.
Which, that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. But they have a customer that's been coming there named Barbara Silverstein for 70 years. So she always gets ice cream when she shows up. So to honor this patron, they created the Barbara Silverstein Sundae, which is 3 scoops of coffee ice cream, the famous hot fudge, and caramel topped with whipped cream, salted caramel crumbs, chocolate and caramel drizzle. It sounds freaking delicious. So big shot of the week to the restaurant for honoring one of their biggest patrons. That's cool. But my question around that was, is there a drink or a dish out in the universe named for Robert Horry?
There used to be.
Okay.
When I used to go to P.F. Chang's like all the time when I was a Laker. So my boy RC, who I know from Houston, he created this drink called a Robert Ory, and it tastes like pink lemonade. Basically, it was like a Long Beach iced tea.
Ooh.
But it was like dangerously good. So there would be other PF chains that would call them like, is there a drink called a Robert Ory there?
Wait, Long Beach iced tea?
Yeah, it's basically it's Cointreau, Raspberry Stoli, Tanqueray.
Oh, so it's loaded.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bunch of it was good. So like people would, I had one of my buddies named Thomas. He works for the Sparks. He loves that drink, man. We would go there and we would have like 2 is your limit. You can't drink more than 2. And if someone's in the crew to drink more than 2, we'll sit back and say, go right ahead. Then by the end of the night, they're like,
dragging them out.
Yeah. So it was
All
a
right.
Robert Ory. It was like a Long Beach iced tea.
It sounds like it's loaded with liquor. God bless.
It's loaded with liquor. So you can only drink 2. Yeah.
Should have called that drink a Mad Max and kick your ass before you know what happened to you. I could slug you twice, man, before you know what's going on. All right, that's cool. Interested. That's a bummer they don't do that anymore. All right, here we go. Highly requested. It's the return of Black Crime or White Crime. I have 7 stories here. Topical news stories that we've seen in the last month or so that I've collected. I just need you guys to tell me, was the perpetrator Caucasian or African American? Story number 1. An inmate escaped from a Tennessee prison and then just simply returned to the jail hours later, officials said. The man fled from Humphreys County Jail around 8 p.m., returned to the jail around 3 a.m. It's unclear how he escaped or why he returned. He'd been in prison for theft of property, burglary of a motor vehicle, and failure to pay child support. So, dude broke out of prison and then was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go back. Black guy, white guy.
Don't say it. Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare say it.
I had an answer
I know.
throughout
And I
this
know
whole
what
thing
and I know what
until
threw
it
you.
got to a point.
Until we told you what he was
And I
charged
hate
with.
why this is the case. And I don't. This is throwing me off
Say
now.
Say it.
It's a black man. It's a black man.
Why?
And I'm not. You
Because
said
it was
why?
failure to pay child support.
I didn't say that. You said that. His name is Rob Jenners.
Hey, sometimes things are too obvious because he said failure to pay child support. I'm gonna go with a white guy, man.
Oh,
I'm going with a
okay.
white guy.
Okay.
It might be. It might be.
I will also tell you, listen to the clues, John. A Tennessee man escaped from prison. That's Stephen Raham, 45-year-old white man.
Hold on now. But we're not gonna act like Memphis ain't in Tennessee.
Oh, no, I guess that's true. Yeah.
And let me add, so we're not gonna act like that's the South. And you know, a black man be jaywalk. Oh, you're going to fucking jail. Come on, this is the South now.
Okay, this is true. Look, good points across the board, except for mine, which was horrible. All right, so we'll just write that one off. And
I said that one threw me off.
we'll move
a
on.
little bit.
Story number 2 was a white guy, so that is that, by the way, is a point for Robert Orr. Here we go. Story 2: Police in New Jersey say footprints in the snow led them from a crashed stolen car to the man suspected of stealing it. When the car was reported stolen and they found it on the side of the road, cops just followed the footprints to where the man had gone and arrested him. Black guy, white guy.
Oh, that's a brother.
Okay. Harper?
Yeah. He gonna lead him He gonna lead him right to you. Jeez.
Man. That's a point for both of you. Yeah, that's a black guy.
First of all, this is New Jersey.
Wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, New Jersey's a little bit more because it's white
That's a
folks
joke.
too.
That's a joke. Because Rob, ain't you from New Jersey?
I'm from New
Rob?
Jersey. Yeah. I had 2 black kids in my high school. It could have gone across board, but you both got it right. It was a black guy. All right, story number 3. A fugitive was nabbed giggling by the cops after he tried to hide under a bed with his legs sticking out. Officers went into his home after he failed to appear in court. They found him hiding under the bed, his feet sticking out from under the bed, and he's giggling. He surrendered, and he was jailed for 14 days for failure to appear. Black guy or white guy?
It's a black guy because he probably had some priors and he didn't want to go. That's why he was hiding because he's like, y'all gonna get me on my priors, man.
Nah. And not even just that. I guess the reason why I'm gonna say black guy, I'm just envisioning. I can't even speak today.
That's okay.
Envisioning a man just feet just dangling out from under the bed and just giggling, laughing for whatever reason. And I'm just imagining him being a black dude doing it. So I'm gonna say black guy.
Okay, very good. White guy. It's a white guy. Do black people giggle?
Yeah. Actually, gonna ask, do we laugh? We definitely laugh.
Oh, well, no, I know that. All right, story number 4. A bungling felon made a series of blunders when he shot himself in the testicles.
Oh man.
And then tried to hide his weapon, all while storing drugs in his anus. This man was carrying a pistol in the front pocket when the firearm accidentally discharged, piercing his groin and thigh. Cops were alerted to the gunshot when he arrived at the hospital, and while they were trying to treat the gunshot wound, drugs fell out of his butt. Black guy or white guy?
I'm praying this is a white guy.
Why?
I just want this to
Why
be a
are
white
you
guy.
praying for it to be a white guy?
Because I don't want a brother to be that damn dumb to have some fucking drugs in his ass.
Well, they do. Well, I will say this.
They do that going into jail.
They do this going into jail. I'm gonna say that's just tough because that gun can discharge on anybody. I'm gonna say white
receiver
guy.
from New Jersey.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so you're both saying white guy.
Yeah.
This was 27-year-old Cameron Jeffrey Wilson. That's a white man. So that's very good.
Hey, you
Oh, no,
scared
sorry,
me when
the
you
wrong
said
Yeah.
you said Cameron. I'm like, hold on.
Oh, Cameron. What? No, not yet. No. That would be the leaderboard story for us if that was the case. All right, story number 5. Police say a quick-thinking bank teller in Ohio convinced the suspected robber to hand over his own license. The man walked into Huntington Bank in Columbus. He gave the teller a note saying he was armed. He demanded money. The teller gave him a stack of cash, but he wanted more money from the electronic cash recycling machine in the bank's lobby. And the police said the teller told him they needed his driver's license to be able to open it. So he handed him the driver's license. And obviously they handed that to the police after he fled, and they found him very easily. Black guy, white guy.
Just Ohio.
It is Columbus,
My boy
Ohio.
Alex Tennant did that. That's my boy in Ohio. He's probably listening. Say, what the fuck you talking about, Rob? But no,
He robbed the bank?
No, I'm totally kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Alex,
Yeah, Rob knows the guy in this story, and drives a Maserati and does pretty well for
I'm
him.
gonna say he called you before you did this. Like,
he was in this Tesla truck. That's no, it was Alex. So no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna say it was a white guy.
You say white guy. All right. What do you think, Hart?
handed over his license. That's a dumb robbery.
It is pretty fucking stupid, by the way. That's pretty stupid.
It's very dumb.
Black or white, doesn't matter. It's pretty stupid.
It's really dumb. But you got to make a decision. I'm going to go white.
Okay. 2 whites, 2 strikes.
Dang.
That's a black man. Unidentified black man.
Oh, you need my license? Okay, no
Oh,
problem.
yeah, here you go. Hold up.
What?
What? Yeah, what are you doing, dude? All right, story number 6.
Hey, that should be the big shot of the week that he was smart enough.
Oh, we get the guy to hand over his license. Yeah. Well, we need your license to open that machine. Oh, well, here you go. Jackass. All right, a bungling armed robber who hit a bank because he applied for a job. The guy decides, you know what? They turned him down, so I'm going to rob the bank. He made off with $22,000. Here's the problem. He applied for a job. They have his resume. So they were able to identify him and pair him to his resume, and a cop drove by his house, picked him up with $22,000 in cash for robbing the bank. Is that a black man or a white man?
White guy.
All right, Rob says white guy.
Left with his. I'm gonna go white too.
Oh man, you guys are both leaning in the same direction this week, but you're both right. This is a white man. Man.
Some just told me. I don't know.
So many bad things that run through my head during this game. It's like, don't say that. That's not even funny. Don't even say that. All right, let's move on to story number 7. Officers said a Florida man blamed zombies for reportedly breaking into a home twice in one night. He allegedly stole a number of belongings, including a pink selfie stick, a wallet, and car keys. And then when he was confronted by the homeowner, he said, quote, "Zombies are trying to get him and he felt uncomfortable outside." He was, of course, arrested. So dude gets arrested during a home invasion. Blames it on zombies. Black guy or white guy?
That's a brother.
Blamed it on zombies. Hit the same house in one night.
What's that shit they taking now they call them zombies on the streets now? When they take it, it makes them act off weird. It's some kind of drug that was.
I don't
I
know.
don't know, but they used to call it angel dust. end up like Smokey and Debo and Chicken Coop.
In Miami, there was a series of that's right, Debo and there was a series of stories in Miami years ago about those bath salts. Apparently, the homeless people were getting into bath salts and then like literally trying to like take bites out of people and shit.
I'm gonna go black.
All right, Rob, what was your guess?
Black guy.
All right, so everybody again leaning the same direction. No, that's Patrick Roy, a 31-year-old white man. White man. I don't know how much Walking Dead you guys watch.
I watched it at the very beginning.
I did too. I fell off it somewhere, but a lot of white people on The Walking Dead.
It is
a lot of white people.
I got Lucille started taking over.
Oh yeah. Jeffrey Dean Morgan when he played Negan. That's where I fell off. I watched all the way through the Negan season. Yeah. And then they put him in jail or something, and I was like, all right, I'm out. Yeah. And I was like, this guy's been murdering people forever. And you're just like, let's put him in zombie jail.
Yeah. Instead of just feeding to the damn zombies.
Right. Yeah. Chain him up out front. Snack time.
And the fact that he took your best friend and beat him where his eye was hanging out.
God,
I'm like,
dude.
Come on.
Now, you know what's funny is I
Hmm.
read the Walking Dead comics years before the show came out. So I knew that was coming. And I was like, when they beat up the other guy, I can't remember who it was, but the redheaded big burly dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, how are you not going to give Glenn this moment? Like, this is how Glenn dies. This is his literally the whole. And then he comes back around, and he gets him again. And I was like, oh, and he got the eye and everything. Oh, it was gruesome and awesome. And
yes.
Yeah, man, what a. That's a show that was like the height of popularity for a while, and then it just like vanished.
Yeah.
It just completely
I think they started
fell off.
But they started making zombie this, zombie that, walking this, walking that, and it was just
then it became like 20 spin-offs, and
Yeah.
that's usually when when you start losing me. It's like, how many spin-offs are there? Okay, I can't keep track anymore.